All right, today we're talking Jacoby Hinton, Benedictine College left guard. I tell you what, folks, this is a young, talented kid that's got great feet, and he is a playmaker, and they used him at Benedictine as a playmaker. Great set of athletic skill sets. We'll showcase all that today. Without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, we're going to open up with a power concept, and there's Hinton right there at left guard. So we're going to get down blocks all across the offensive line except for Hinton. He's going to pull around and lead this direction right here. We're going to get some pre-snap motion. This tight end H-back becoming the fullback, and he's going to work to kick out this direction. Tight end over here also kicking out. So the way it works is before it's all said and done is you're going to get him coming around. We have motion to deliver a seal here with the tight end help there. We're going to get a bunch of seals here, and then it's going to be Hinton one-on-one in the hole against this linebacker, number 36. You talk about being a playmaker at the point of attack. You talk about an athlete at guard. This is what you're talking about. Let's check it out. There's a motion. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Big hole. Nice cut by the running back. And he's gone. Nicely done. All right, let's break this down. Let's get Hinton right here. So talk about this pulling technique right there. Shuffles along line of scrimmage, north and south. Bang. That's what you need. Good football. This is really hard to do, guys. I want anyone who's not played guard to understand how hard it is to be this patient. As a former offensive lineman, I can tell you when you're pulling, especially when you know you're going to pull and wrap to the next level, the temptation is, because you're going up against a good athlete, a linebacker, is to get out of your stance as fast as humanly possible and start sprinting. A lot of times when you do that, though, you overrun the play. So you got to be patient. You got to stay square right there, deliver the contact. And here's what I love about Hinton, and that's going to be the theme of today's film. Look at his feet, guys. There's a contact. Does he stop running his feet? No. Keeps pounding, keeps driving, gets caught up in the mesh there. Don't love that. Gotta love getting rolled up there by, who's that, your teammate? No, that's the defender. Yikes, those are tough. Those are dangerous. But I tell you what, you talk about running your feet, that's also how you avoid injuries as well. But good job by 71 right here, driving his feet, creating a big lane. Nice work right here by the young guard. All right, so what's the natural reaction when you're running the football down your opposition's throat because you have a guard that can pull and wrap all linebackers? You run play action concepts, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. But here's the challenge. You're trying to still sell power. So you're going to have everyone still blocked down on your offensive line, and you're going to pull the guard. But if everyone's blocking down, especially if I highlight this tackle right here, if he's blocking this direction, who's picking up this defensive end, right? You don't want to give a defensive end a clear lane of attack at your quarterback. That's a recipe for disaster. And that's why you have to have your pulling guard on this play action concept, pick him up. And I can tell you guys, this is incredibly difficult because you're trying to sell, run, and then pick up the defensive end to give your quarterback a chance to throw it down the field. It's a much harder block than it looks, but Hinton right here does a great job executing it. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's play action. It's got time. Throws it down the field. Nice catch. Big play. All right, let's look at the left guard here, guys. Look at his pull. Gets out of there. Picks him up. Stays under control. Beautiful. Veteran, patience, good athlete, all that's outstanding. But he's a good football player, guys, because he's selling run the entire way. It looks exactly the same. Right there, though, transitions to pass protection and picks him up beautifully, gives that pocket. Nicely done. Great execution. One of the things I always look for football players, especially pulling guards, and when you try and integrate this kind of pass protection concept, is do you have the ability to transition from pulling to run block to pulling to pass protect? Because that is incredibly hard, guys. It's not something that very few people can do. I could never do it as a former offensive lineman. It's something I struggle with all the time. And there's a lot of great guys, even at the professional level, that struggle with this because it's really hard to just have the mindset to flip the switch. But Hinton gets it. Right here, he's pulling to sell the run and then immediately transitions into pass protection. Already identified the defensive end, picks him up, leads to a big play. Great rep. All right, this next play is an example of the nastiness that Hinton brings. And I say that in the most positive way possible because offensive linemen that have that nastiness, have that mauler mentality, those are guys you need up front. So you can see Hinton right there at left guard. It's going to be another pulling concept here for Benedictine. We're going to get a kick out here. Then we're going to get block downs across the board. We're going to get Hinton pulling, but instead of wrapping for the linebacker, he's going to get up to the next level and get the safety filling right here. This is a weird structure defensively, I will admit, because you can see right there they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the box to handle 5 offensive linemen and all these other guys in the box plus a running back. Not ideal. So what the defense tries to do is he's trying to bring a safety down late as a late box filler. But I tell you what, going up against Hinton, let me clean up the screen. Number 71 with a full head of steam with the safety trying to fill in the box. I tell you what, 71, he wins that rep 100 times out of 100 in dominating fashion. We're going to see it right here. Let's check it out. Little pre-snap motion. There's a snap. There's the handoff. Big hole. Running back hits it, and he's gone. Touchdown, Ravens. All right, let's look at this play from a blocking perspective. You can see the back blocks there, the down blocks. 4 gets up to the linebacker. Nice job there. You can see the kick out by 85. Nice job there. Again, I don't know what they're trying to do defensively. I don't get it. They got 5 guys at the line of scrimmage, 1 linebacker, and they've got 5 offensive linemen and 2 tight ends. You're outgunned. They try and bring the safety late. I don't love that from defensive structure, but I tell you what, watch 71, guys. This is what I really love. Boom. Seek and destroy. Look at this. You could watch this all day. Boom. Oh my goodness. I mean, this poor DB right here. Boom. He just kind of runs and backpedals out of there and just tries to escape. I mean, this is awesome. And here's the thing. This is actually really athletic because this is a lot of green grass. There's a lot of offensive linemen. When you play in this much space, you look kind of silly. Not number 71. He's very comfortable as an athlete in space. You can tell he loves pulling. And that's one of the things I love about watching his tape is his versatility, his playmaking ability. But once again, watch his feet on contact. Running his feet, driving his feet. He doesn't stop. Feet and continuing to drive your feet, that's what separates the good from the great. We talk about that whether it's collegiately, we talk about that whether it's professionally. You have to run your feet through contact. You'll hear O-line coaches talk about that till they're blue in the face, right? Run your feet through contact, finish, finish, finish. That's what 71 does here. That's what he does all the time. Fantastic rep. All right, next up, let's go to some base run blocking concepts. And there's number 71, Hinton, right there, of course, at left guard. And this is going to be a sort of standard inside zone concept working this direction for Benedictine. What we're going to get is zone blocking across the board. We're going to get a base reach here on this 3 technique. We call him a 3 technique because he's on the outside shoulder of the left guard. He's kind of a wide 3 by alignment. We've got the tackle right here is going to zone up here, most likely number 31. Tight end's going to work out, and they're going to bring a receiver inside to fill for the safety, and the running back's going to hit this hole where we can find a crease. Now, the key block here you can see by alignment, the running back's trying to go this way, is going to be right here, the left guard on this defensive tackle, because this defensive tackle has the shortest and most direct, and to be honest, by structure, the easiest path to blow it up. So the key here for Hinton, he's going to cut off this defensive tackle and try and reach block him to pin him inside. It's a really hard block, but you wouldn't know it looking at 71. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Big hole. Nice block there. Mixed man miss. Big run down the field. Nice job. All right, let's look at the key block at the point of attack right here. Watch the left guard. Cut him off right there. Get him reached. Pin him inside. Nicely done. Next level athleticism, guys. We talk about pulling. We talk about playing in space. But as an offensive lineman, obviously, you got to do a good job with base blocks and reaching and handling these defensive tackles. Look how quickly 71 moves and gets in position before 94 gets even out of his stance. Right, 94, 1-2 steps. Hinton's already got him reached. You're done as a defensive lineman. You don't even stand a chance. You haven't even thrown your punch inside with your hands. Number 94 hasn't, and he's already reached. And here's what I love at the end of it, that little hip turn right there. Watch the left guard, right? Got him, hip turn, pin him inside. Great technique, savvy play, wonderful footwork. Once again, watch the feet. Bang, 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 bang. Always moving your feet. Love that from number 71. Love that from the left guard. I mean, this is a really well-blocked play across the board. Everyone picks up their man. It's nicely executed by the entire O-line, tight ends, wide receivers, inserting, running back, making a guy miss at the point of attack. Nice job there. I mean, it's a really well-executed play, whoever you look at. But again, the key block right there is Hinton on this defensive tackle. Number 94 gets him reached, pins him inside, wins the rep in dominating fashion. All right, going with the running game here, we've got Hinton at left guard, number 71 for Benedictine, and he's going to not pull this direction to the right like we've seen a few times. He's going to pull play side to the left right here and kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage. Pretty cool concept here for the offense. We're going to get back blocks here, double team working up to the next level, back block here. We're going to get the center going to pull and wrap, and we're going to get number 71 pulling and kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage. You can see where the hole is designed to go, right? The goal is to get a wash here, this direction, and create basically a seal in the defense here. Get a seal here, get the center wrapping through the seal inside, and the running back to follow just like that. So if you clean up all my lines and arrows, the key block is going to be number 71 at the point of attack. He does a great job delivering an impact block. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's the handoff. Hits the hole, big hole, into the next level. There he goes. Big run. Nice job. All right, let's look at Hinton, number 71. Key block right here. See how he does. Out of his stance, quick athletic. Boom. Look at that shock. Look at this defensive end's head snap. Boom. Oh, my goodness gracious. Watch this, guys. Oh, man, that's awesome. Run through contact. Watch him run his feet. Keep driving his feet. I love that. You know, it's one of those things, because he runs his feet so much, he actually puts his body in a non-ideal position. In a perfect world, you want to have your head upfield, right? So that way you have the defensive end outside you so the running back can go inside. Now, it's such a dominant block that it doesn't matter anyway. I mean, 48 just gets tossed around. He doesn't even know what state he's in right now. And I love the finish at the end of it, too. Hinton stays with him the entire way. Watch this. Stays on him, stays on him, stays on him. One more shove for good measure. Again, plays to the whistle, finishes the play, everything we love to see. I love the athleticism. Let's watch him get out of his stance. Look at his footwork. Feet in the ground, fast out line of scrimmage. Nicely done. We've seen him pull to the right. Now we see him pull to the left. Outstanding work right here from Hinton. But again, the contact, boom, running his feet. Ah, this is so good. Right, that's awesome right there. 51 doesn't have anyone to block, right? He's trying to find someone to block in such a huge hole. Now, to be fair, we got to give credit where credit is due. This double team does its job inside. They work up to the next level and get up on the linebacker. So A+ work from the tight ends as well. But number 71, again, this play only works if you get a powerful block, movement at the point of attack, and he does it with a kill shot. Nice job from Hinton. Nice finish as well. All right, let's get into some pass protection. There's Hinton right there at left guard for Benedictine, and he's going to be one-on-one pass pro right here. He's got a really tight 3 technique or a 2-eye, whatever you want to call right here. And this is a tough situation for any guard when you're one-on-one in this situation, because these DTs in this alignment, they've got a 3-way go. They can go inside, they can go through you, they can go all the way around. Tough situation for any left guard, but you wouldn't know it when you look at Hinton's performance. He dominates this rep. Let's check it out. There's a snap. Quarterback has time, climbs the pocket, steps up, checks it down. Big play. Good effort from the tight end. Nice work. All right, let's break this sucker down. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Look at 71 right here at left guard. Out of his stance. Look at that base. Look at that pad level. Look at this. Look how he's chopping his feet. Active feet. I love to see it. Love to see it, guys. Good knee bend. Technically, that's outstanding. But I love the fact he moves his feet when he engages the block. So right here, block is made. Defender commits to the inside. Watch what he does. Moves his feet. Chops his feet. Torques him to the ground and bullies him a little bit. Assert your dominance. Resistance is futile when you go up against this matchup. I love it. Now, obviously, you don't want to hold or get a penalty or anything like that, so be a little wary of that in certain situations, but you got to dominate people, impose your will, embarrass these defensive linemen, put their face in the turf. I am here for it. Nice rep. Again, it's all about footwork, moving your feet, though, to win the rep. Because at the very end, right here, when he's bullying him around a little bit, the play's over. He's won the rep. The ball's gone. The quarterback's escaped, right? You've already won the rep at that point from number 71's perspective. At that point, it's just domination. But when you look at what won the rep, watch his first step, right? Right there. Bang, bang, bang. Gets his feet in the ground, chopping his feet. Look at those hands. Watch his elbows back. Punch right there. Lock out. Extension. Stay with them. Nicely done. Technically outstanding. I love the pad level. You can see the defensive lineman right there. Defensive lineman higher than 71. Good pad level from Hinton. Great rep all around. Technically, effort, physicality, A+ from the left guard. All right, going back to some zone schemes, you can see Hinton right there at left guard for Benedictine. And what we're going to get here from the Ravens is another inside zone concept, this time working to the offensive left just like this. What's interestingly enough here is that the defense, the opposition, they slant their D-line to the field. They slant it coming to you guys to the offensive right. What that means is when the left tackle does his zone step, he's going to see this defensive end go inside and pick him up. Now, from number 71's perspective, when this defensive tackle goes inside, he's got to hand him off to his buddy, the center, make sure he's hand off, and then he's got to work up to the next level. This is a really smart, savvy play by Hinton because it can be very easy for guards in this situation to see their guy slant away and say, all right, I'm flying right up to the next level. But you don't want to fly up too quickly because that'll give an opening for this defensive lineman to backdoor it. You want to stay tight to the line of scrimmage, hug the line of scrimmage, make sure the defensive tackle gets picked up by your center, then work up to the linebacker. Number 71, Hinton does a great job here. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Big hole, gets outside. Nice run. Good job all around. All right, let's look at 71 right here at the top of your screen. Watch how he hugs this defensive tackle for a long time, then gets up to the level, drives the linebacker, 10, 15 yards down the field? Look at this feet, guys. I mean, just running your feet. Right there, he's contacting, who's that, 48 for the defense at the 36-yard line. Drives him, all the way. I mean, he's still downfield, 15 yards later? Talk about movement. You talk about effort. That's what you want. That's winning football, guys. I love to see that. But the timing here matters with the center because so many guards right here, they run up to the linebacker right now. They feel like they got to get up to the next level, and they leave their center hung out to dry, and this play gets blown up in the backfield. Instead, what does Hinton do? The savvy vet, played a lot of football, hangs tight, then works up to the next level, delivers a nice block, and stays with it with a really good finish. Again, is it a pancake block? Is it something that'll really wow, look at that in terms of throwing a guy 50 yards downfield? Maybe not, but it's a smart, savvy play that showcases athleticism and effort. And that's what winning football is all about. It's executing your job, doing your job, as the great Bill Belichick likes to say, and then finishing the play like we see right here. All right, this next play is one of my favorite plays from Hinton, and there he is, of course, at left guard for Benedictine. What it's going to be is sort of a zone read concept. They're going to not block the defensive end right there, and the quarterback's going to read him. He's going to have that running back go in this direction just like this. And what's going to happen for the defense, as you can see how the safety's tilted over here? This corner is firing. So I guarantee you there was a call between the left tackle and left guard right here, where the left tackle is supposed to go out and pick up him, and Hinton's supposed to work over here to the defensive tackle just like this, right? Because you would expect by this alignment that with this corner firing, this defensive end is going to bias himself more towards the inside, which would make him easier for the left guard to pick up. But what happens is the left tackle doesn't get the call for whatever reason. So Hinton goes out here to pick up the defensive end, and the defensive end is picked up by the tackle. It becomes a potentially busted play. And it looks like this corner is going to blow this play up in the backfield. But what 71 does here is next level. He thinks on his feet, works up to the next level of the defense, picks up the linebacker, turns what should have been a dead play into a successful play. This is smart, savvy at the extreme. Let's check it out. There's a snap. There's a handoff. Running back goes north and south, finds the crease. Big play. All the way down to the 2. Great work. Good job by the running back. All right, let's break this down. You can see the corner firing right there. It's a dead play. Dead to right. It's not great. You can see the left tackle. He's supposed to go out, I think, but he picks up the defensive end. You can see 71. He's working to go out to pick up the defensive end. And right here, Hinton's like, dude, what are you doing? You need to go up to pick up the corner because he's about to kill number 20. But Hinton doesn't freak out. He doesn't sit there and go, what's going on, or create a big old pile. He goes looking for work. Offensive linemen, any young guys out there, go look for work. Finish people off. Get up to the next level if you have to. 71, boom, gets up to the next level, stays on him, and then watch the end here. Finish, push the pile, trying to get your man into the end zone. I love this play so much, guys. This speaks exactly what you need from an offensive lineman. Listen, you try and do your job. Your assignment is to work out by the play call, the structure, with the on-the-line call that I think was made that the left tackle missed. Listen, sometimes plays become chaos. Things break down. Can you become a playmaker? Can you transition into an automaton that's taught to do a certain assignment and make yourself into a playmaker? And that's what Hinton does right here. Realizes, okay, the play's dead in terms of the left tackle and his assignment. I'm going to go looking for work, get on somebody, stay on them, open up the crease, and then finish the play. Great rep from 71.